Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning. Hope and pray that every one of you must have a wonderful journey at the Sesa Sai Temple, where wonderful pastime happened. And Raghunath Das Goswami was kind enough to relay that wonderful pastime to all of us. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful was Sneha Mataji, Murli Manohar Prabhu, Parmeshwari Devi Dasi, Girivardhari Prabhu, Shriya Devi Dasi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Shritala Priya Devi Dasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Kasturi Mandri Mataji, Leela Manjari Devi Dasi, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Shundri Radha Mataji, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Patit Pavan Prabhu, Patit Pravan Prabhu joined at 2 o'clock, Haribol. Raghav Chaitanya Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Mataji, Shugand Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devi Dasi, Prafulanand Madhav Prabhu, Shripad Lalita Devi Dasi and their daughter Akshata. Hanuman Prabhu also joined at 2 o'clock. Manani Mataji, Ravi Pipilia, Shaman Panchal Prabhu, Govinda Gitan, Rajeshwari Priya Devi Dasi, Abhay Prabhu, Sarvatarak Prabhu joined around 2:11, 2:15, something like that. Amalakmanam is not joining, so we have to call him. Maybe he must have gone to India. Saraswati Devi Dasi, Tulsi Priya and Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labhanga Latika Mataji. Sumitra Radhaji went for cooking breakfast, but Devendra Krishna Prabhu joined. Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devi Dasi, Priyanka Mataji, Ganga Devi Dasi, Prathamesh Patel Prabhu, Riya Saroha, Kalpataru Mataji, I didn't see her today, Haribol, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Priya Kishori Devi Dasi, Radha Seva Devi Dasi, Murli Mohan Prabhu, Shakti Mata Devi Dasi, Sarva Shakti Devi Dasi, Shri Kumar, Shri Kant, Sarvase Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu, welcome back. Namanand Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Sweddi Prabhu, Vijay Krishna Prabhu, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Kamal Mukha Krishna Prabhu, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhe Mataji, Shubhra Mataji, Kanta Mataji. We are missing Vani Prabhu from Davas for a couple of days, maybe on a vacation. Shankari Kaur Mataji, Matangi Gopi Mataji, Balaji Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kundu Prabhu, Amit and Prem Priya Padma Mataji, Bhakti Priya Devi Dasi, Barsana Rani Mataji, Kamal Priya Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Sukruti Devi Dasi, Rukmini Priya Devi Dasi, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shakhi Sharan Devi Dasi, Devi Murti Devi Dasi, Sarmishta Sahi, Rasha Kida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Devi Dasi, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh Prabhu came and sit with me and chanted today from Phoenix. He visiting Houston. Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Devi Dasi, Balram Prabhu, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu. Today Pragya, Nagpal and the Hemangini Chauhan didn't join. Haribol. Sumit Prabhu, I don't know, he joined always late. Haribol. Rati Prabhu, Kamlesh Dhingra Mataji, Karunya Murti Mataji, Suchitra Devi Dasi, Lekha Mataji, Thaneswar Prabhu, Muli Gopal Prabhu, Arvind Prabhu, Priyanka Mataji, Nama Priya Devi Dasi, Anand Lila Devi Dasi. I didn't see Pratibha Mataji today. Haribol. Chintamani Devi Dasi. And didn't see Dinesh Prabhu, Vijay Keshav Prabhu, can check on him. Haribol. Pitambar Priya Prabhu joined. Shyam Leela Devi Dasi joined. Kirti Jala Prabhu joined today. Sanjay Sijapli also joined today. Prasanna Visakha Devi Dasi also joined. Hare Krishna joined. Tulsi Gemer Prabhu joined. Satyabhama Mataji joined. Priya Kishori Devi Dasi joined. Radhe. Yugal Priti Devi Dasi, Atulya Devi Dasi joined 2 o'clock. Raksha also joined early today. So those are the, and then, no, wait a minute. Amrita Anand Prabhu joined for a little while, and then I was reading the verse, so he logged out. Bhakti Priya Mataji also joined. And Shurabhi Devi Dasi today also, I think first time I saw her. And Lata O. Haribol. So let's hear the wonderful song before we will read from the Krishna book. Haribol.
Gauranga tumi more daya na chari ho. Gauranga tumi more daya na chari ho. Gauranga tumi more daya na chari.
Ranga, Charane Rakhi.
ছাড়ি হো গৌরাঙ্গ মোরে দয়া না ছাড়ি বাসুদেব ঘোষে বলে চরণে ধরিয়া বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে চরণে ধরিয়া বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে চরণে ধরিয়া বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে চরণে ধরিয়া কৃপা করি রাখো মোরে পদ ছায়া দিয়া 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 গৌরাঙ্গ তুমি মোরে দয়া না ছাড়ি হো গৌরাঙ্গ তুমি মোরে দয়া না ছাড়ি হো গৌরাঙ্গ তুমি মোরে দয়া না ছাড়ি হো গৌরাঙ্গ মোরে দয়া না ছাড়ি জয় গৌরানিতাই 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 জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় গৌরানিতাই 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 জয় গৌরানিতাই 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 জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় গৌরানিতাই 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 জয় গৌরানিতাই
Thank you very much, Saman Prabhu, playing a wonderful song. So we will continue reading the Krishna book. I will read few sentences that we read yesterday to bring up to the speed, and then we will continue. So they are always afraid of fighting with us, and even if they wish to check our activities, they will not dare to do so because of the immeasurable strength of your bow. They fear you. Indeed, we have practical experience that whenever you stood to fight with them and began to shower your arrow on them, they immediately began to flee in all directions just to save their lives. So we will continue. Many of the demigods were unable to fight with you, and they immediately surrendered themselves unto you by opening their turbans and the flag on their heads. With folded hands, they begged you to spare them and said, quote, "My Lord, we are all afraid of your strength. Please release us from this dangerous fight," unquote. We have also seen many times that you would never kill such surrender fighters when they were all fearful, their bows, arrows, and chariots broken, forgetful of their military activities, and unable to fight with you. So actually we have nothing to fear from these demigods. They are very proud of being great fighters and outside of this warfield, but actually they cannot show any talent or military power on the warfield. Although Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and Lord Brahma are always ready to help the demigods headed by Indra, we have no reason to be afraid of them. As far as Lord Vishnu is concerned, he has already hidden himself within the heart of all living entities, and he cannot come out. As far as Lord Shiva is concerned, he has renounced all activities. He has already entered into the forest. And Lord Brahma is always engaged in different types of austerities and meditations. And what to speak of Indra? He is a straw in comparison to your strength. Therefore, we have nothing to fear from all these demigods. But we must not neglect them, because the demigods are our determined enemies. We must be careful to protect ourselves. To root them out from their very existence, we should just engage ourselves in your service and be always ready for your command. Unquote. The demons continue to say, quote, if there is some disease in the body which is neglected, it becomes incurable. Similarly, when one is not careful about restraining the senses and let them loose, it is very difficult to control them at all. Therefore, we must always be very careful of the demigods before they got too strong to be subdued. The foundation of strength of the demigod is Lord Vishnu, because the ultimate goal of all religious principle is to satisfy him. The Vedic injunctions, the Brahmanas, the cows, austerities, sacrifices, performances of charity, and distribution of wealth are all for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. So let us immediately begin by killing all the Brahmanas who are in charge of the Vedic knowledge and the great sages who are in charge of sacrificial, ritualistic performances. Let us kill all the cows, which are the source of butter, which is so necessary for performing sacrifice. Please give us your permission to kill all these creatures. Unquote. Actually, the limb of the transcendental body of Lord Vishnu are the Brahmanas, the cow, Vedic knowledge, austerity, truthfulness, sense, and mind control, faithfulness, charity, tolerance, and performance of sacrifices. Lord Vishnu is situated in everyone's heart and is the leader of all demigods, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Quote, we think that to kill Lord Vishnu is to persecute the great sage and Brahmanas. Prosecute, said the ministers. Thus being advised by the demoniac minister, Kamsa, who was from the very beginning the greatest rascal, decided to persecute the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Being entrapped by the shackles of all devouring eternal time, he ordered the demons to harass all kinds of saintly persons. And then he entered his house. The adherents of Kamsa were all influenced by the modes of passion as well as illusion by the mode of ignorance. And their only business was to create enmity with saintly persons. Such activities can only reduce the duration of life. The demons accelerated the process and invited their deaths as soon as possible. The result of persecuting saintly person is not only untimely death. The act is so offensive that the actor also gradually loses his beauty, his fame, and his religious principles. And his promotion to a higher planet is also checked. Driven by various kind of mental concoctions, the demons diminish all kind of welfare. An offense at the lotus feet of the devotees and brahmanas is the greater offense than that committed at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, a godless civilization becomes the source of all calamities. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 4th chapter of Krishna. Kamsa begins his persecutions. Meeting of Nand and Vasudeva. Although Krishna was the real son of Vasudeva and Devaki, because of Kamsa's atrocious activities, Vasudeva could not enjoy the birth ceremony of his son. But Nand Maharaj, the foster father, celebrated the birth ceremony of Krishna very joyfully. The next day it was declared that a male child was born of Yasoda. And according to the Vedic custom, Nand Maharaj called for learned astrologers and brahmanas to perform the birth ceremony. After the birth of a child, the astrologers calculate the moment of the birth and make a horoscope of the child's future life. Another ceremony takes place after the birth of the child. The family members take baths, cleanse themselves, and decorate themselves with ornaments and garlands. Then they come before the child and the astrologer to hear of the future life of the child. Nand Maharaj and other members of the family dress and sat down in front of the birthplace. All the brahmanas who were assembled there on this occasion chanted auspicious mantras according to the rituals, while the astrologers performed the birth ceremony. All the demigods are also worshipped on this occasion, as well as forefathers of the family. Nand Maharaj distributed 200,000 well-decorated, dressed and ornamented cows to the brahmanas. He not only gave cow in the charity, but hills of grains decorated with golden border garments and many ornaments. So in the material world, we possess riches and wealth in many ways, but sometimes not in a very honest and pious ways, because that is the nature of accumulating wealth. According to Vedic injunction, therefore, such wealth should be purified by giving cows and gold in charity to the brahmanas. A newborn child is also purified by giving grains in charity to the brahmanas. In this material world, it is to be understood that we are always living in a contaminated state. We therefore have to purify the duration of our lives, our possession of wealth, and ourselves. The duration of life is purified by taking daily bath and cleansing the body inside and outside, and accepting the 10 kinds of purificatory process. By austerities, by worship of the Lord, and by distributions of charity, we can purify the possession of wealth. We can purify ourselves by studying the Vedas, by striving for self-realizations, and by understanding the supreme absolute truth. It is therefore stated in the Vedic literature that by birth everyone is born a Shudra, and by accepting the purificatory process, one becomes twice born. By studies of the Vedas, one can become Vipra, which is the preliminary qualification for becoming a Brahmana. When one understands the absolute truth in perfection, he is called a Brahmana. And when the Brahmana reaches further perfection, he becomes a Vaishnava or a devotee. So in that ceremony, all the Brahmanas assemble begins to chant different kinds of Vedic mantras to invoke all good fortune for the child. And there are different kinds of chanting known as Sutta, Magda, Vandi, and Virudavali. Along with this chanting of mantras and songs, bugles and kettle drums sounded outside the house. On this occasion, the joyous vibration could be heard in all the pasturing grounds and all the houses. Within and outside of the houses, there were varieties of artistic paintings done with rice pulp, and scented water was sprinkled everywhere, even on the road and streets. Ceiling and roofs were decorated with different kinds of flags, ferns, and green leaves. The gates were made of green leaves and flowers. All the cows, bulls and cows, were smeared with a mixture of oil and turmeric and painted with minerals like red oxide, yellow clay, and manganese. They wore garlands of peacock feathers and were covered with nice colored dresses and gold necklaces. When all aesthetic cowherd men heard that Nand Maharaj, father of Krishna, was celebrating the birth ceremony of his son, they became spontaneously joyful. They dressed themselves with very costly garments and ornamented their bodies with different kinds of earrings and necklaces and wore great turbans on their heads. After dressing themselves in this gorgeous way, they took various kind of presentation and thus approached the house of Nand Maharaj. As soon as they heard their mother Yashoda had given birth to a child, all the cowherd women became overwhelmed with joy. And they also dressed themselves with various kind of costly garments and ornaments and smeared scented cosmetic on their bodies. As the dust on the lotus flower exhibit the beauty of the flower, all the gopis, cowherd girls, applied the dust of kumkum on their lotus-like faces. These beautiful gopis took their different presentations and very soon reached the house of Maharaj Nand. Overburdened with their heavy hips and swollen breast, and gopis could not proceed very quickly toward the house of Nand Maharaj. But out of aesthetic love for Krishna, they began to proceed as quickly as possible. Their cars, their ears were decorated with pearl rings. Their necks were decorated with jewel padlocks. Their lips and eyes were decorated with different kind of lipsticks and ointment, and their hands were decorated with nice golden bangles. As they were very hastily passing over the stone road, the flower garlands which were decorating their bodies fell to the ground, and it appeared that a shower of flowers was falling from the sky. From the movement of the different kind of ornaments on their bodies, they were looking still more beautiful. In this way, they all reached the house of Nand Yashoda, house of Nand Maharaj. Yashoda and blessed the child. Quote, "Dear child, you live long just to protect us." Unquote. While they were blessing child Krishna in this way, they offered a mixture of turmeric powder with oil, yogurt, milk, and water. They not only sprinkled the mixture on the body of child Krishna, but on all other persons who were present there. Also on that auspicious occasion, there were different bands of expert musicians playing a wonderful songs. Hari Bol. When the cowherdmen saw the pastimes of the cowherd woman, they became very joyful. And in response, they also began to throw yogurt, milk, clarified butter, and water upon the bodies of the gopis. Then both parties began to throw butter on each other's bodies. Nand Maharaj was also very happy to see the pastime of the cowherd man and woman. And he became very liberal in giving charity to the different singers who were assembled there. Some singers were reciting great verses from the Upanishad and Puranas. Some were glorifying the family ancestors, and some were singing very sweet songs. There were also many learned Brahmanas present, and Nand Maharaj, being very satisfied on this occasion, began to give them different kinds of garments, ornaments, and cows in charity. It is very important to note in this connection how wealthy the inhabitants of Vrindavan were simply by raising cows. All the cowherd men belongs to the Vaishya community, and their business was to protect the cows and cultivate crops. By their dress and ornaments and by their behavior, it appeared that although they were in a small village, they still were rich in material possessions. They possessed such an abundance of various kinds of milk products that they were throwing butter lavishly on each other's bodies without any restrictions. Their wealth was in milk, yogurt, clarified butter, and many other milk products. And by trading their agriculture products, they were rich in various kinds of jewelry, ornaments, and costly dresses. Not only did they possess all these things, but they could give them away in charity, as did Nand Maharaj. What a great sentence, huh? Because we all of us have wonderful journey, jewelry and dress and everything, but we never donate. That's the difference between us and the Brajvasis. Brajvasis doesn't have anything on their own. Everything, whatever they have, without hesitation, they can give it for the pleasure of Krishna. That's Brajvasis. So if he really wants to follow in the footsteps, these are the things we need to do actually. We should have no other possessions. Whatever possessions we have, we should use in service of the divine couple. And then you will see, Prabhupada, I still remember, Prabhupada used to give an example that you will look Tata's and Birla's family. They will never run out of the money. Why? And we have seen, this is, I think, Tata family and Birla, that's a fourth generations with riches. Why? Because all generations are following. They donate more than 50% for charitable work. And that's why Prabhupada says that these families will never run short of the money. So if you are running short of the money, please follow in the footsteps of those families who maintain the riches, and then there shouldn't be a problem. With those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful with no anxiety, no fear in their life. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the dusk of wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavi who take so many austerities, getting fixed up slowly, I can see. And this is the way we should do it. By our gathering together will enhance, and we will feel, hey, all these people are joining. Why I cannot? And this is like a spiritual competition, which is always welcome in spiritual world. So with those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the ask of these wonderful devotees who joined from Aurora, Illinois, India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, Austin, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Portland, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, New Delhi, and Loganville, Georgia. With those thoughts, always remain happy and jubilant and enjoy your days by chanting more and more. We shouldn't stop here. We can chant some more. We can listen the classes. We can write something that can increase our feeling for Krishna. Writing is very powerful. When you write something, it will stuck in your heart for a long, long time. Even by reading some pastimes, you may not remember exactly after reading 4 or 5 times. But if you write it, it chances that you will remember the pastimes wonderfully. We need to make the inventory of all these wonderful pastimes because we never know when we will need them. May our vision may go away, may our speech may go away. We may not be able to hear anything, but nobody will be able to stop us seeing the wonderful pastime in our mind and heart. If we have accumulated in our heart, we can display at that time and see that, because we will get notice when we will reach to the step where death is coming very close. Everybody get that notice. So if you have that inventory of those wonderful pastimes that you, by closing your eyes, this is what this life meant for, to practice, 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 to make us perfect. So while we are living, we should practice, read these pastimes over and over with the expression on their faces and everything. So you can actually see it. And then you just practice. If you practice seeing that one pastime 10, 15 times, that pastime will become yours. And slowly you increase your inventory. So even if you remain calm for some time, you can relish those wonderful things before you depart from this mortal world once and for all. Thank you very much. A blissful day. Thank you. If Krishna so desire, we will see you at 2 o'clock in the morning. If not at 2, you can join at your convenient time. But please do join at your whatever time that you have selected, that you and Krishna knows. Unless you want to tell us, then we will remind you. That's the service I would like to offer. If you will commit that, Prabhu, I want to join. And this is something that's so amazing that you know so many devotees, hundreds of devotees. And if 100 devotees tell me exactly what time they will join, I'll remember without writing. That's mercy of Krishna. So let's see. I think the new year is coming. You know, like if you go to these gymnasium, all these physical body workout places, the registrations increased drastically in month of January. Why? because the new year coming is everybody is taking some resolutions. I'm gonna practice this and this for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever it may be. I think this is also an opportunity for all of us that we should dwell in our devotion, and in all respect we should increase, not only on chanting, but everything. Number of hours you read, number of hours you write, number of hours you listen the class of different Maharaj, Prabhupada, your Guru Maharaj, number of hours you chant, number of hours of service you provide to the temple, the number of Lakshmi you give to the temple, everything across the board should increase on the month of New Year's Day. And as we read, that as we will give 50%, you will always become rich. So what is the loss? But we don't have faith. That's the problem, right? But I have just managing the temple. I have seen those family that who has helped without any hesitations are really relishing unlimited amount of money they have possessed. Krishna is so kind. He is the owner of so many universes. What is going to hurt by distributing some few millions of dollars to the devotees? He will never hesitate to give to the devotees because he knows that they will use in his service. He don't give it to the people knowing that Krishna knows that what is the use of giving them money, because even if I give them, they will accumulate more. If they have counting in thousands, if they will reach more than thousands, 100,000, then they will start counting in millions. And then millions will become short. They will think, oh, this is not enough. We need to have a billions. And when they get the billions, they will look for the trillions. Never-ending process. Only thing you can be satisfied by giving your good share to Krishna and see how Krishna take in charge of our life. Everything will run so smooth. No fear, no sickness, no anxiety. Everything looks blissful at every moment of our life. That's the life Krishna can give. Thank you very much. Arvind Prabhu is talking to his father and mother, huh? Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. Sorry for taking your 3-4 minutes of your time, but we were looking forward to you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Bol, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Danvat, everyone. Thank you very much for your kind. Vishal Prabhu also joined. That's very
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Bol, Manani Mataji. Manani
Thank you,
Mataji is joining at 2 o'clock now on or 3 o'clock? What
3
is
o'clock.
your resolution, Manani Mataji?
3 o'clock Prabhuji, but whenever I go to bed early, then I join at 2 o'clock.
You should go every day. Why you cannot go every day? Why you say whenever? It's in your hand, right?
No, it's
The
not.
body belongs to you. And you can put to the rest at any time you want. See, our soul should be in charge of our life, not the body. What soul will do? If you give a choice to your soul, what soul will do? Tell me.
It would love to be with Krishna most of the time.
Yeah, it will take rest at 8 o'clock. That's what the soul will do. So follow the soul, don't follow the body.
Can I
Yeah.
ask one question? Mataji may be actually serving at the temple at the time, night time, most likely.
Hare Krishna. What did you say, Prabhuji?
Mataji may be serving late in the temple, Prabhuji, most likely. She is always with the Krishna. Whether in
I know.
Mandala Parikrama or she is here in temple, I have seen that. That's why I'm telling.
That's nice. But still, by sleeping at 10 o'clock also, it's possible to wake up. Prabhupada never take the sleep more than 3 hours. Right?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, and that's what we should look for it. Every moment we should try to utilize in service of Krishna. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hari Bol. We will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna just log off now. Hare Krishna.